UFC 295, Jon Jones and Stipe Miocic will fight in the main event, and honestly, I don't even think Stipe has a chance. I know it has been the year of underdogs, but Stipe is really old. I believe Stipe right now currently is like 42 or something like that. Bro is an old man, okay? Obviously, he is the heavyweight GOAT. I have a lot of respect for Stipe, even though it might not seem like it just because I'm not picking him to win. Does he have a chance? Obviously. I'm going to say that he has no chance in the thumb or in the title just because, clickbait. But I really don't think that he's going to win, though. I think it's a really small, 1% chance that he does win. But the 99%, bro, Jon Jones is going to dominate him. I think he's going to be able to take him down. And I think he's going to be able to ground and pound him and finish this fight probably in the first 2 rounds. I don't think it's going to be remotely close whatsoever. I think that, with Jon Jones, with him going up to heavyweight and putting on all that type of weight, especially that helped him big time going up against Ciryl Gane. And I know that Ciryl Gane is not a great grappler. He's not even at all. Not even to the level of Stipe whatsoever. But Stipe, I feel like Stipe is going to be very slow. I think that Stipe is going to be very methodical. I think Stipe is going to be, it's going to be moments of the fight where he's going to be kind of not scared to engage, but he's going to be a little tentative to engage with Jon Jones just because he knows that Jon Jones, Jon Jones is an animal, bro. Let's just be honest. Jon Jones, we haven't really seen that much stand-up from Jon Jones. We only saw like a minute of stand-up from Jon, and he looked okay, except for when he tried to do I think he tried to do a kick and then he did like a really slow spin. But aside that, we haven't seen a whole lot. And I understand that Jon Jones looked kind of slow on the feet, but he's still to me gonna be a lot faster than Stipe Miocic. Stipe Miocic is going to move like a slug in the ring. I'm not even trolling. I think that Stipe, because listen, Stipe hasn't fought in well over 2 years. It's been 2.5 years since we've seen Stipe in the octagon. Last time he fought was obviously against Francis, and he got knocked out. Obviously, that is a completely different opponent versus Jon Jones. Jon Jones is just a top tier. He's a great striker, but his grappling, especially from what we saw back in March, that's where Jon Jones is best, is his grappling. His grappling is fantastic, especially I feel like at this weight class. I think that Jon Jones will be able to take down just about almost everybody in the division. Gelton Almeida, we'll see. We'll never see that fight because Jon Jones after this will retire. And I guess just move on to other things. I don't know exactly what he will do after, but that's besides the point. But Stipe, man, listen, Stipe will have to go in there and literally have a similar of a performance to what he did against Francis in the first fight against him and Francis, where he needs to kind of have really good defense, make Jon miss, make sure that he's able to have really good takedown defense and keep it standing. Because one thing about Stipe still has power even probably at his age. Stipe still has some power, and he has to really land a big-time shot. Obviously, can he win by decision? Maybe. But knowing the UFC, they're going to give the decision to Jon Jones anyway, like how they did with Dominic Reyes. So, I really do believe that Stipe is literally fighting an uphill battle here. It's going to be really tough for him. Just because that Jon Jones still is one of the top fighters in the world, one of the best fighters on the planet, still at, I believe Jon Jones right now is 35 years old, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's around that age. Still a lot younger than Stipe. And Stipe is coming back after a 2.5-year layoff. And, he's not getting any younger. Let's just be honest. He's not getting any younger. And he's just going to have a tough time, in my honest opinion, with Jon Jones. I think Jon Jones is going to get a TKO victory. I think he's going to be able to take Stipe down in the second round and just ground and pound him. Kind of like similar with what he did to Gustafsson in the second fight between him and Gustafsson. I feel like that's going to be pretty much a similar fight, in my honest opinion. Maybe in the first 3 rounds. I think in round 2, though, TKO victory probably like 3 minutes in, and that is it. And I think Jon Jones will still remain the UFC champion. And I think after, he will retire. And that'll be it for John Jones as we know it, man. I mean, listen, I know that John Jones is not really the greatest guy ever, but what he did in the octagon has been absolutely unbelievable. He is definitely for sure, and especially if he wins against Stipe, he is by far the GOAT of MMA, the GOAT of the UFC. He is the greatest fighter in the history of the sport, and yeah. That night we will be appreciating John Jones. Obviously, the people that don't like John Jones won't appreciate John Jones. But for me, I mean, inside the cage, he was spectacular. I'm grateful that I was able to see a few of his fights. I didn't see every single one of his fights live or anything like that, but I seen a good amount. And yeah, that's going to be pretty much it. I think John Jones wins, and I think Stipe might retire after that too. I think Stipe and John Jones will retire on the same night. That is my prediction. And yeah, we'll see what happens then. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon with another video. Be sure to like and subscribe. You guys have been really killing it, man. I'm so grateful for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. God bless y'all. Peace out.